I'm Gear. There's Pepper. I spend a lot of time off-road, more incidentally than deliberately, meaning I have business to tend to that often takes me into gravel or muddy areas, snowy areas. I have a lot of people frequently ask me what it is that I recommend for recovery gear. And so I'm just putting some stuff back in my truck right now. I've just got my truck back from my wife, who was waiting for her replacement car because her RAV4 got totaled. But so I'll show you what I carry in the back of my FJ Cruiser, and I'm open to your feedback and input. There's a lot of things that are not in here that you might normally see. This is stuff that I've used over the past 40 years and found that I don't like leaving the house without it. This is not a full list of everything I'd take if I was actually going on an excursion. So I'll be taking my truck to Tuktoyaktuk in the next year or so, and I'll put in more gear for that. But this is the stuff that I generally carry. It's always in the back of my truck, so let me show you. First off is a set of 3/8 chains. Both sides have a proper hook on it, so you can hook onto the chain itself, and various sizes of shackles. So I've got more shackles buried underneath the chain. I've probably got about 20 feet of chain. I keep this in a old army box, ammo box, and I just keep it in there. It stays in my truck 12 months of the year. And the reason for that is I'm often dealing with mud and other things, and I've never actually used it to recover myself. I've used it for recovering lots of others. The other thing I carry in a Princess Auto bag, or whatever equivalent is, a heavy canvas bag, is I have a full set of tire chains. I don't use a V-notch. I don't have anything against the V-notch, but I do insist on having actual real tire chains, not cables. And you have to have a full set of 4. Of course, with the tire chains, you keep your spider bungees. I tend to carry 1 or 2 extra just in case something breaks. I always carry an extra set of bungee cords in case something breaks, and I've got some paracord in there in case something breaks. These are your lifeline in many situations, muddy, soft roads, snow, whatever. I've done mountain rescues where I've been on slidey, icy pitches, and they're the only thing I was able to use to keep going and moving forward, and ended up having to do a rescue and possibly saved the guy's life. So I always carry that stuff. This Rubbermaid is just general recovery gear. So I'll have like a very small set of sockets. Those sockets cover most of what I need on my truck to fix my truck, small cars. It does not carry that socket set would not work for my my big trucks. I carry a set of tire repair kits. So that's a mandatory part of any recovery kit. I can't tell you how many times that has saved the day. Carry a proper T-bar wrench. Be careful not to get a cheap one. The cheap ones will have a bigger, the steel is less good, and so it'll be thicker steel, and you can get into trouble if you end up trying to help somebody that's got tuner nuts. I carry a portable shovel in there for obvious reasons. And I carry, of course, a reasonable hammer. I've got a full set of heavy-duty jumper cables. These ones are 20 feet long. That extra length comes in handy for lots of times. I've got toe straps in there. I've also got some axle straps in there. So this, and then some flares. I've never actually used the flares, but hey, one day I'll actually break down on the side of the road, or somebody else will. So that all stays in the truck. So this last bit, you're going to think I'm nuts, but I can't tell you how many times this has come in so handy. I keep in this is a fairly large bin. I keep in there extra set of wipers. These are winter wipers typically. Snow can get intense. Zap straps, it looks like zip ties or whatever you want to call them. I generally keep some baling wire in there. I don't think I've got any in there right now. I have steel zap straps, zip ties. I have a couple come-alongs. I don't have a winch on my truck. Those come-alongs are 2-ton come-alongs, and I keep in the bottom you can see a mini floor jack and a pair of gloves. I actually have gloves throughout the truck. I think all those things are pretty much self-explanatory. So additionally, I also will keep all-purpose all-weather lighter, one that not a Bic, like one that is designed for bad storms. Many times that's come in handy. I keep flashlights. I keep head. I don't know, what do you call those? The light bulb things that you put on your head. The light bulb in my head is not going off. I can't think of the name. Headlamp. There we go. I keep pliers. I keep Pickwick multi-purpose screwdriver. So this is the Pickwick I'm talking about. I keep a tire pressure gauge. That comes in handy when you have to air down. I keep extra Advil. I keep an extra headlamp, crescent wrench. This is understated. Keep a bunch of baby wipes. Great for when you got to do business on the side of the road in a hurry, or you're just working on your car and you want to clean up. Keep it in a Ziploc bag because they'll dry out otherwise. I keep extra paracord. I've got a micro first aid kit. I have an extra pair of glasses. Apparently I need to put new batteries in here for my flashlight. But I always keep extra glasses, and like I say, multiple pairs of gloves. Gloves come in handy, and because I spoil myself, salt and pepper. So again, this is not a complete list of everything I take on a serious excursion, but I keep that in my truck for most stuff. I'm off-road more frequently than you'd think, and that has covered my basics for, like I say, 40 years. You don't see me pulling a bunch of the gadgety gizmos you see strapped onto all the Jeeps and Tacomas. I don't understand why that stuff got such a huge market. There's lots of recovery situations if you have the right skills that you can get out of with the tools that I've showed you. If I'm doing more intense stuff, I'll carry more rope, I'll carry more chain, I'll carry more parts. But really, that's the bulk of what I need for recovery. I've never needed a winch yet. A lot of problem solving is experience, and so I recommend strongly that if any gear that you get, you learn how to use, and that'll save you more hassles than anything else. So that's it. Hope that helps. Take care. See you soon. Just a quick addendum. There's probably a couple other things I should mention. When I say a full set of tire chains, I mean a full set of 4. If you have a 4-wheel drive vehicle and you don't have a full set of tire chains, you're wasting a lot of potential for success. Also, if your 4-wheel drive does not fit proper tire chains, I would argue that you don't really have an off-road vehicle. The other thing I keep is a bunch of assorted straps, ratchet straps. They come in handy for all kinds of things. I've even used them for hauling deer out of the mud and stuff like that, but they're kind of like a mini winch, and occasionally you have to strap things together to get out of the bush. The one last thing I didn't mention was keep a little stool. Not necessary, but if you're fixing something on the side of the road, it can really simplify things. And that's everything loaded, and it works out just great. So all that stuff absolutely burns extra fuel. It's probably about 200 pounds of gear. My justification is you don't really care how much something costs when it gets you out of a tough bind. Anybody can get into the mountains, into the woods. Getting back out is the tricky part. So give yourself the best possible chance ever. I hope this all helps. Thank you so much for checking in. Take care. We'll see you soon.